how long you been in business?
We just started year number 6.
Year number 6. So with the economy, of course, everybody's being affected like this. How do you? What kind of adjustments did you need to make, or is it just a totally different industry? What doesn't affect it that much, or does it? Did you even some of the things that as I was moving forward? Were there any hindrances as far as getting some things done, or was any of that going on, or no?
Well, any whether the economy is good or not. I mean, it could be a great economy, but whenever you're a startup business, and naturally, the first thing that's always the biggest hurdle to tackle is access to capital.
Right.
And that's something that I think is what makes or breaks most businesses in the first year of their existence.
Was yours? But a lot of times yours was communication because you already had established. So that helped out a lot too. Though.
Well, what I did was before I left to go full time into my own company. Yes, I had already started slowly getting some things in place. I didn't just immediately just drop everything and say that's it. I'm pulling out from my own company. Now, I don't think that's unless you really got something that's concrete that that's. I don't know if I would advise that real quickly.
But you had all the contacts.
However, yes, but I had built a rapport and reputation that was very good with a lot of clients throughout different parts of the country and different parts of the world that I had worked with through the various companies that I had worked for, and they knew what my capabilities were, and they realized that I came in and I helped them to be productive and produce the products they are, and of course they're doing quite well financially. So as a result of some of the things that I worked on with them, so when I made the decision to leave and start into my own company, some of those clients I've actually have done business with as a result and gotten business opportunities as a result of what's happened. When I did work for the company that I used to work for.
Do you think that was probably the biggest part of it? Is just knowing that you had those contacts to really go to the communication that really got. When you think about launching and going on your own, it's like, hey, you know what? I've got these contacts going on, so everything's going to be okay.
Well, it's a help.
Majority of it.
But nobody hands you anything. No,
right.
Period. No one will hand you anything. You still have to go and prove. One thing that's the biggest challenge, even beyond the fact of you establishing contacts, is you still have to prove yourself to society. You still have to prove yourself. I don't care what you do. You can talk to your best friends. You can talk to other parents, your own parents, or whatever. Bottom line is you still have to prove yourself to society. Your worth, what your word is, your integrity, everything, your honesty, everything is all hinging on you and your reputation of what you're establishing out here. You have to do what you say you're going to do, and you have to follow through, and you have to complete it to its fullest every time, period.
So are there new projects that you have going on right now that you're excited about, that you want to talk about?
Yeah, we've got several.
Yes.
Yeah, we got several.
You don't have to release.
I'm excited about all of them.
Right.
Some of them present some challenges, and sometimes you say, "Man, why did I ever get involved in that one?" But you've made a commitment, so you have to find the solutions. But one thing I will say that that I love about what I do here is the fact is that it's never the same exact thing. And I love change. I love change. So I'm saying that every time we get a new product or a new application, usually there's a lot of intensive engineering, a lot of communication, dialogue with the customer, and we go through the whole 9 yards to make sure that the product is what the customer wants. They see the design and everything before we ever manufacture it. So they approve it, and then of course we move forward. And then the real exciting part of that is taking it from what you see on paper to becoming now a actual hard product that you can tangibly touch and say, wow.
So client-wise, who's your clientele that you really want to focus on? Is it just pretty much? There's a drag racing industry, there's NASCAR, there's even high performance engines with
most of the stuff as far as our in-house product. Performance engines in general, most of them cater more towards the drag racing market. Okay. One of our primary products in the racing industry is induction manifold technology, which is a perfect fit for a lot of drag race application as far as the engine development. We had some inquiries by some NASCAR folks in the past, but see, the problem is that certain sanctioning bodies have rules which don't allow them to do certain things to their engines. So that pretty much sometimes kind of knocks us out of certain potential markets because of what our technology is. It's not in accordance with their rules or the sanctioning body as far as how they establish it. Now, if NASCAR or something of that nature changes their rules or something, and they give a little more leeway and flexibility, yeah, sure, we might be right in there with something. We've had some expressed inquiries and interests and stuff, but like I said, certain things have to be within the guidelines and sanctioning bodies' ruling classifications.
I see. So what are you most proud about as far as product-wise with Williams Engineering?
The thing I'm most proud of is our internal product line of our induction systems. We've set national records with various engine shops that have used our technology. And the cool thing about it is that we're kind of like a hidden jewel in the engine, because our product, we sell it to engine companies that actually build these engines. And when they fabricate the manifolds, they actually build the manifold with their company logo on the manifold. But however, the manifold has our induction runners, which is a humongous critical part of induction technology that's needed to make the kind of horsepower that these engines like to see. So that's kind of a neat part. We actually sell our own manifold with our company name on it if you buy a full complete manifold from us. But if you don't, then we basically provide another key critical component, which is the induction runner, which is, definitely enhances the flow characteristics of the air and fuel traveling through the manifold.
Where do you want to expand the company into? Where do you see it? Maybe 3 to 5 years, that sort of thing.
3 to 5 years, I'd like to see. We definitely are getting a lot more opportunities in the aerospace arena. So I'd like to definitely grow in that arena. I'd like to continue to grow in our performance arena too. We've been toying with the idea of producing our own cylinder heads, but I don't know if that'll become a reality or not. There's a lot of players already out there that do quite well at making cylinder heads, and so like I said, we'll see. I mean, we've been approached about producing cylinder heads, but we haven't had any serious venture offers to do anything. So, but for the most part, our manifolds have run well, and people seem to like what we're doing, and we're just going to keep on forging ahead and providing that technology.
Are you still racing, drag racing?
Yes, I am. I don't have as much time to be out there as I used to, but whenever time permits and I get an opportunity to get out there, then I'll try to go for it.